Hey guys, it's Bronson. Hey, I know you're super busy, and yet procrastination can really come in and steal your work, what you want to get done, your dreams, a lot of things that are really important to you. And I'm going to show you how you can get 5 hours more in a day that maybe that you are actually giving up. So for me, I love sitting around watching TV, relaxing, doing nothing. Maybe you can relate to that. But we're going to talk about some very specific ways of how you can overcome procrastination, how you can become more productive, and really reach your goals and your dreams. And we're going to do it in 3 easy steps. All right, so this is step number 1. Procrastination kills. And what does it really kill, right? It actually kills your dreams, it kills your hopes, it kills your future, and it makes you be in a place where you're not getting the things done that you want to get done. And that's why you're watching this video, is because you want to try to find out how you can get more stuff done in a day. We all, some people have more money, but nobody has more time than anybody else. We all have the same amount of time. You can't make any more time. So people that get a lot done, they found a way to get over procrastination, to create goals, and to be able to work productively. So I'm going to talk about some things that have been helpful for me, and I have not always been super productive, but I've learned some things along the way that have really helped me to be able to become more productive. So we're going to go over it. So today it says the average American spends over 4 hours a day on television. Now, if you count in, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all these different things that are now out there, I imagine if you combine those, it's at least 5 hours a day that we spend either on TV, social media, and I know probably not you because you're watching this video and you're motivated to do something about it. But this means if this is the average, some people are spending way more on media and TV, and some people are spending less than that. But it's something to really consider when you look at how much time you're spending doing those things and how to maybe use those things a little more constructively. So I want to give you a couple tools real quick right off the bat here. This is something that I use a list every day. Now I do this the night before. So if it's Tuesday night, I'll basically go in and I'll create this list for Wednesday. So this is, you can see the sheet here. I have an example of kind of what one of these sheets looks like. And you can see it's divided up into 4 parts. So you've basically got 4 quadrants here. You've got on the upper left, I'll put the day, I'll put some things I have to do, all the list of things. There might be 5, 10 things here or a few things on here. And then basically I'll put the schedule for the day on the upper right. So that basically goes that I've got at 8 o'clock, I've got to drop my daughter off at her school. 9:30, I've got another meeting. At noon, I've got a lunch. I've got this Zoom call. I put all that stuff on there. Everything that needs to happen, it's all there. So it's all kind of there. And then on the lower left, I put other things that are more personal things. Like if I want to work out, I want to be healthy, I try to work out every day. I put that over there. Again, I say try. I don't always get to work out, but I try to if I can. And then I'll plan my vacation, or because I love travel, so I'll do that stuff. And then on the lower right, I put the next day. So if this is Wednesday, I'll put Thursday down here. I'll write a few things that either I wasn't able to finish on Wednesday, or I'll put things that just I know are going to happen the next day that I don't want to forget. So I use that. I also use my phone with the calendar app in there to basically kind of keep track of my stuff. So this is really, really helpful. Now when you do this, if you do something like this, I just put it on a piece of 8.5 by 11 scratch paper, and I basically write that stuff in there. I love crossing it off. I don't know if it's there's this the personality type, the achiever, that loves crossing stuff off a list. I absolutely love doing it. So maybe you're the same, maybe you enjoy that. But really, when you look at doing tasks, do the biggest thing or the important things first. There's a guy named John Maxwell, and John Maxwell talks about when you look at your day, what's the one thing that if you get that one thing done during the day, that will make that day a win, and do that thing first. Even if it's hard, try to get it done and do it first. So for me today, it's creating video or creating videos. So that's kind of why I'm doing this. So that's basically step number 1. We're going to talk also too about how you can reward yourself, and that can be very helpful with procrastination. All right, so this is step number 2, reward yourself. So I want to make a disclaimer here real quick, is that the rewards come after you do the work and not before. So if you're wanting to watch a bunch of TV and then go do the work, it really is important to work first and play later. So the idea of playing now and paying later, it's much tougher to get things done if you do the important things first. And one really way to motivate yourself is to give yourself small rewards. What I mean by that is ahead of time, you decide, okay, if I can get this done by this certain period of time, I'm going to give myself this little reward. So it could be things such as going on a walk. Just going on a walk if you live in a nice neighborhood or you're getting outside, doing something for yourself can be helpful. I also love working out. So to me, that's a reward. Some people would say, for you, that's not a reward. Well, find what's a reward for you. I love getting massages, so I'll get a massage sometimes. That can be a reward for myself. I'll call a friend or go hang out and get coffee. Or I'll save TV and movies, which I really enjoy TV and movies, but I'll save them for after I get stuff done. So I can say, hey, if I get this done by 3 o'clock, I'm gonna watch a show. Or if I get this done by 7, I'm gonna watch this TV show. So you guys, you can use it as a motivator to help you get things done. Now, what do you do if it's a bigger deal? If it's something like finishing your book or getting a big business deal done or a lot of stuff at work, what you can do is you can basically give yourself bigger rewards. You can say, okay, well, if I get this book done, I'm gonna go on this trip. And it doesn't have to be a fancy trip, you're gonna go on a trip. If I do this, I'm actually gonna save up and I'm gonna get that car. So I'm not saying you spend or you do things that are out of your means, but there are reasons you really should celebrate yourself, and these can be huge motivators to get things done. So the other thing that really helps with that is accountability, right? So if you tell a friend or you tell a family member, hey, this is what I'm gonna do, I'm planning to do this by this amount of time, whether it's a small goal or a big goal, it really holds you accountable. And again, you don't ask them to police you. You say, hey, this is what I'm planning to do. I want to get this done by 3 o'clock, or in 30 days, I want to get this chapter of my book done. And then basically, if you get it done, you can reward yourself, right? So that's another way you can really hold yourself accountable. So we're gonna talk about some productivity tips that are really gonna help you. It's kind of the last step here to really help get you on your way to become more productive. All right, so this is step number 3, productivity tips. So what do you actually do to become more productive? Well, there's a few things I want to share with you that have been really helpful for me. You can go to what's called a goals event. So around January or December of each year, there are events that are out there that basically, usually the ones I've been to are a couple days, 2-3 day events, and they help you clarify what's really important to you. They help you ask deeper questions, not just, hey, I'm gonna make 100 goals. It's, what do you hope that when you die, people say about you? That sounds really deep, but in a way it is. It's really important that in our lives, we look at the things that are really important and we schedule and we clarify those values and we build that into our life. So that helps you to do that, those goals events or ways that you can get in touch and say, what's really important in my life? So that's cool. And then you can schedule those values once you identify those. If you want to spend more time with your kids or more time with your partner, you schedule that in your schedule. If you want to work out more, you got to schedule that. So those are things you do. And then there's a big difference between efficiency and effectiveness. And efficiency is getting a lot of things done. Just getting I got 10 million things now. Everything on my list is crossed off. And I love that. I'm kind of an efficiency guy. But I've realized to be effective, meaning if these are my values and my goals, I don't have to do all these other things. I can just do the right things, get the right things done that I value, and I'm actually going to become much more effective. So if you're an efficiency person, I really challenge you to look into this. In effectiveness really comes down to looking at your goals, clarifying goals, and really going for a way to schedule and really live consistent with the values that you have. So those are a few things. One more thing is to really schedule your emails. So emails can become completely overwhelming. You can respond, if you're somebody that responds to emails as soon as you get them, whatever. I encourage you to just try to train your coworkers or even your staff or your clients that you respond to emails at 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. or some certain times during the day. And you can have an autoresponder that says that. But what it does is a lot of emails come in and they seem to be that they're urgent, but they're really not. And it can be just a huge, huge time suck. We spend so much time on emails these days. So if you kind of set certain times for it, you can also say, hey, email me, and if it's really urgent, just give me a call. So another way to clarify really what is important is it's called the Eisenhower matrix. So Eisenhower is one of our presidents in the US, and he had this whole matrix that he did. It reminds me of that little game Foursquare. You'd play, you'd kind of pass the ball and no baby bouncies or treetops or whatever the rules they had. I used to love that game when I was a kid. But it's a Foursquare, but it's a little different. So this one has items that are urgent, things that are not urgent, things that are important, or things that are not important. So everything lines up according to that. So if it's urgent and important, so let's do it right now, right? Because it has a time-sensitive nature and it's very important. Do it now. Something urgent comes up, you got to do it, and it's important. Something it's important, but it's not urgent. Maybe you need to go to the DMV to renew your driver's license or something. Well, that's important, but it may not be urgent. So when are you going to schedule that? So that's something that you schedule. Is it urgent and not important? Well, can you delegate it? I've got some staff. I've got a virtual assistant that helps me with a lot of stuff that I do, and it's really great because I can delegate things that I find that maybe there's something pops up, they can kind of help answer that stuff for me. Or if it's not urgent and it's not important, is it something that really even needs to be done in the first place? So this may be helpful for you as well, just looking at things that are important, kind of clarifying values. And when we talk about all this, there's going to be things that are really going to serve you well. Making lists, clarifying your goals, really trying to limit email, giving yourself rewards. Those things are going to be really, really helpful for you. And just as a little bonus, you want to share with you a guy named Warren Buffett, who's a successful investor. He says this. He says, unless you learn how to make money when you sleep, you'll work until you die. And so the idea is, we talked to you can't make more time, but there is a way that your money can be earning more money for you, or you can basically get out of having to be super busy and productive all the time. So as a little bonus, we have our business is multifamily investing. We've got this report down below. You can check it out. It talks about all the amazing benefits of multifamily investing, something I'm passionate about. You can check it out for free. And I'd love to know in the comments, when it comes to productivity, what are some things that you've done that have been really helpful for you? What are some productive hacks or maybe events that you've been to? And if you put it in the comments, it's really going to help someone else to really get something that may really help them on their journey to become more productive. So consider subscribing if you made it this far, and really look forward to seeing you on the next video.